Alright, so I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I am doing a bit of an experiment. Yesterday, I bought about $1,000 worth of T-Fuel at about 0.4555, like 45 cents and a half, right? I ended up having about 2,195 T-Fuel. So what am I going to be doing with this T-Fuel? I'm going to see how much profit I can make specifically this month of Theta's mainnet launch, right? I'm going to see how much money I can make, and then beginning July, I'm going to be documenting a little bit of a trading experiment, again with a $1,000 budget, to see how much money I can make day trading in the month of July. Now, I think it'll be pretty interesting to see if buying a certain coin and just holding and being passive, but according to certain events and news that are coming out with that project, if that will end up making more profit than sitting down studying charts with your technical analysis, day in and day out, day trading, and see which one's going to make more money. Now, with trading and holding onto a certain asset, that is what you can expect to see in my Patreon group. If you want to sign up for one-on-one crypto mentorship, you can through the link in the description below. I was checking T-Fuel earlier today, and I had seen that it was up over 18% in the past 24 hours, and it had actually reached 51 cents. And for my $1,000 yesterday at 51 cents, it was worth like $1,120. So I was already up like 12% on my investment just from yesterday to today. So starting off pretty well. Last year, back in 2020, we saw Theta run up significantly in its last month leading up to its mainnet launch. Theta easily saw well over 250% returns just in those last couple of weeks leading up to the mainnet launch. Now, T-Fuel saw 800% plus returns. Like, it was just astronomical, right? T-Fuel really took off. That's why I am so focused on T-Fuel. That's why T-Fuel has been my main focus for weeks now. So I've been telling my Patreon members to get their hands on as much T-Fuel as they can as possible. And also for Mainnet 2.0 launch, Theta peaked, right? Its price peaked the day before the actual mainnet launch, but T-Fuel peaked about 3 days before the actual mainnet launch. So always keep that in mind. If you're going to be trading this, you want to be scaling out beforehand. You don't want to try and sell at the peak or sell the day of the mainnet, because prices tend to peak before the actual launch of the mainnet. So what are my predictions? Well, I want to be a bit more conservative, but at the same time be accurate, right? So I can't give you crazy numbers, nor can I say, oh, Theta's going to be, $11, because, it's going to reach that fairly easily. Okay, so I believe that Theta will be $20. Okay, we'll see a $20 Theta before the end of this month. That is what I am predicting. And for T-Fuel, I'm predicting that we'll see a $1 bill for T-Fuel before the end of the month. Okay, these are my predictions based off of a couple of different things, but nothing is written in stone. Okay, it doesn't mean you can go sell your house or mortgage your house and put it all into T-Fuel expecting to make a multiple X return. Okay, so how can you trade this mainnet launch, right? How do you get in, get out, make your quick buck, make some profit? Okay, buy in early. All right, you don't want to buy a week before or 2 weeks before. You want to be buying well over a month before. Okay, but look at my perfect example, right? I bought $1,000 of it yesterday. I didn't try and catch a low. I just bought it at the price that it was at. I don't care. I'm trying to make it feel like an average investor, right? So I'm not going to be trading. I'm not going to be selling here and buying back more to up on the T-Fuel. No, I'm just going to be buying and holding throughout the month. And then when the mainnet comes, probably 2 or 3 days before, I'll start scaling out. Again, I'll be letting you guys know my actual moves and what I'll be doing with my T-Fuel. But with my overall long-term bags, I'm not selling. I'm not touching anything. I'm just riding through. I'm just going to sit back and watch the show, okay? The only thing that I'm going to be trading for the mainnet is this amount of T-Fuel, the 2,195 T-Fuel that I bought yesterday, okay? So how can you trade it? Okay, obviously buying now and holding throughout even past the mainnet is beautiful, right? Because long term, Theta network is a great project, right? If you're buying Theta, if you're buying T-Fuel, holding for the long term, you're gonna make great returns. But if you want to specifically buy now, make a profit, sell, maybe buy back in lower to get some more T-Fuel, some more Theta, or just making a trade, right? Buying now and selling at the top. Scale out leading a couple days up to the mainnet, right? 3 days before the mainnet, start scaling out of your T-Fuel that you're making the trade with, or Theta, sell 20%. Then a couple hours later, sell another 20%. Let the price rise up and set your sell orders, right? Scale out the sell orders at higher prices, okay? Obviously, I can't tell what those prices will be. Now, it's when we get closer and closer to that date, that's when you can kind of tell what price we're going to be scaling out at, but definitely going to be seeing great returns this month. Now, keep in mind that the price will be running up, right, and then eventually towards the end will just shoot up. The price will just shoot up and come right back down. One of those like real sharp, just up and down. Okay. Yes, you can set some sell orders, and once they sell out, go ahead and put those buy orders in nice and low so that you catch the wick down, right? That's how you can up on your overall Theta or T-Fuel. If you're just looking to make a dollar-on-dollar profit, then just set those sell orders and call it a day. And if you need some help setting this up, if you want some help from me one-on-one, you can sign up for the Patreon. The link is in the description below. The other day, I was talking to a friend of mine. Shout out to my boy Jason. We were talking about how Theta, the differences between Theta and T-Fuel. Theta is kind of like the farm, right? This is what my buddy was saying. Theta is kind of like the farm. If you have a lot of capital and you can buy up farms, go ahead 100%, have as much Theta as you can, because that's really the foundation, right? Like I said, the farm. And T-Fuel is kind of like the workers, right? So you have T-Fuel, those are your workers. You want to have a fair share of both. But for those that have smaller capital to invest in the Theta ecosystem, right? T-Fuel is where it's at. You're going to be making a better return on investment, in my opinion, in the short term. But if you have the big money, you can set up the farm, that's going to be paying huge amounts of return on investment years and years and years down the line. For that short-term profit, for making money nice and heavy and strong in T-Fuel, like I said, T-Fuel is really where it's at. All right, so make sure you stay tuned to my channel for my little experiment that I'm going to be doing in July. Okay, please drop a like on the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel with post notifications turned on. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.